Frankenstein, we regret to inform you that we will not publish your research at this time. Despite your odd sense of humor, there are serious ethical implications of the proposed research, cited in your recent letter of December 5th. Your spurious claims on the regeneration and reanimation of patients post-mortem terrifies us. We can scarcely imagine what horrific consequences such experiments might lead to.
Yada, yada, yada.
Igor enters unnoticed.
For the sake of your own budding career, we urge you to abandon your thanatology and resuscitation research and encourage you to apply your talents elsewhere. My colleagues and I believe that just because something can be done doesn't mean it should be done. May it duly be noted that if you continue in said research, the A.S.S.E.S shall censor you in the strongest possible terms. Sincerely and without prejudice, Chancellor Roberta E. Cornish, Professor Emeritus.
Igor taps him on the shoulder.
Damnation! Igor, you sneak around quiet as a deer mouse. What do you want? I didn't call for you. No, I called for her. That electrical charge damaged you dearly. As if you being colorblind wasn't bad enough. Since then, I've had to deal with you being a mute. Some lab assistant you turned out to be. Bring her to me.
Igor exits.
Yes, in keeping with the season, we wish you and yours the happiest of holidays.
Idiots. Not only did I bring a cadaver back from the dead, I raised her, educated her, and held her in my arms when she felt scared and confused, like the delicate flower she is.
Igor flies across the room and cowers. Maid enters.
Maggot! Filthy little maggot!
Finally.
Maid lifts Igor with one hand off the ground.
You will learn your place!
Gesundheit.
I'm not the lady of the house.
Your illustrious grace, what did this poor fellow ever do to you?
He treats me like a servant. The impertinence.
He's impertinent?
He stalks me.
I asked him to go find you.
Maid releases Igor. He falls to the floor.
Why?
Didn't you hear me calling?
Of course, it's annoying.
I'm ready for my supper.
But here in the study,
Yes.
supper was 4 hours ago. You didn't show up, so I put out.
Why didn't you call for me?
I was going to, but
Well?
you were in your laboratory and you told me never to disturb you while you're down there hiding.
Working!
Here, have an apple.
Igor, wish me health and good fortune as I delight upon this apple.
Who is elaborate?
At me,
But you,
for putting up with you.
you have a grievance.
I have a litany of grievances. First, you contradict me at every turn.
No, I don't.
Igor, have I gone mad? Don't answer that. And second, you are insubordinate.
How dare you call me that?
And lastly, you will one day rue the injustices you have heaped upon me.
So, to sum it up, I am to feel guilty because I tend to your every need.
You believe that?
Doctor, I provide for your care in exchange for malpractice.
Maltreatment, my dear.
So you admit it
Hardly.
and show no sign of remorse.
You would make a brilliant reflexologist because you invariably and expertly always manage to hit a nerve.
Stop patronizing me.
You are quite correct. Absolutely, I shouldn't patronize you when I am the one who has been derelict in your upbringing.
Are you trying to make me feel guilty?
Not in the least. You obviously require female direction, which I am incapable of providing. Igor, bring me my hat, cape, and cane. I'm going out.
At this time of night? In this weather, you can't go.
What?
You're not going to 23 schedule.
23? Why on earth is it any business of yours?
You are a live wire, my dear doctor. Relax, let's listen to the radio this evening.
She turns on the radio.
I don't feel like listening to music.
Listen to me, you want to think,
the radio by yourself. I'm going out.
That's an issue. Go to bed. Take off those clothes.
Maid pushes Victor to chair and starts to undress Victor to his skivvies.
How dare you mother me like an orphan child? Don't believe for a moment this behavior of yours will prevent me from leaving this castle. If you think you can keep me here against my will, you have another thing coming, young lady. I will have you know this sort of indignity will no longer be tolerated by me.
Trousers fall.
You inflict the greatest of injuries, Fraulein. You have invaded the personal areas around my person.
You're not leaving.
This is the height of impertinence. Igor, where are you?
You're staying right here.
Out of my way.
She grabs his arm, spins him around, and he lands on the desk. She pins him with her body and covers his mouth with her finger.
Doctor, allow me to explain. We have known each other for many years, and ever since I was reanimated, I have looked to you for guidance and compassion. However, you taught me life is art and compassion is weakness. We must take what we want. Consequences be damned.
What's that?
Mistletoe.
No!
She gives him a long, loving kiss, during which time Igor re-enters with hat, cape, and cane. Igor stops and stares wide-eyed with mouth gaping. Victor regains composure. Igor hands over hat.
Tomfoolery!
Don't.
You are the yoke, inextricably lashed to my shoulders. You are the albatross, dangling from my neck. You are the eagle, feasting eternally on the liver of this modern Prometheus.
May walks over, places hat on his head, grabs and throws remaining clothes off stage.
There.
Fine. Igor, I need you to put everything back in its place. The maid will not allow me to go out this evening, but I will keep the hat, thank you.
Why are you standing there staring?
Stare, marvel, laugh at me behind my back. But first allow me to offer you my humblest gratitude by kissing your hand, kind sir.
What are you doing here?
Back, insolent child! Igor, go to the home of wayward women, knock on the door, and whoever answers, wish her season's greetings, then kindly invite her to be my wife. Be her some hag with snakes for hair, whose slightest gaze turns men to stone. I wish to marry such a woman, so as to no longer be subjected to this insubordination.
I approve.
That's rich. I approve. And I will fall in love with this woman, whoever she may be.
You must take me
Take you where?
as wife.
You?
Absolutely.
The nerve.
We will wed and then make whoopee.
You mean
Passionately.
audacity?
You will marry me, doctor.
Away with you, daughter!
Don't you mean lover?
I'd sooner leap into a venomous snake than consummate with you.
I am the snake charmer that will bring you back to life.
They circle desks.
No. No. No!
You protest too much. Even if your lips say no, other parts say yes.
That is not an invitation.
Cast your eyes upon this body and tell me I'm not the cat's pajamas. His long legs, narrow waist, his perfectly firm, round, perpendicular, protuberant.
Oh, you're a spoiled brat.
Places his hand on her breast.
Spoilers to the victim.
You've got that. You're certifiably mad.
Give yourself over.
Never.
Kiss me.
I will not.
She dips and kisses him. Blackout. Scene 2. Interior, hallway, an hour later. Maid hands Igor a costume.
Igor, when I called you a maggot, I only meant you wormed your way into my art. Lay your cards right and you'll have anything your heart desires.
They exit. Victor enters reading his reply.
To the Association for Societal Standards and Ethics in Science, from Dr. Victor Frankenstein IV. December the 23rd, 1928. Dear Madam Chancellor, thank you for your season's greetings. However, I do not celebrate the fairy tales of portly, white-bearded, jolly elves. I am a scientist. Perhaps you lack the clinical background to distinguish the difference between roses and manure when you suggest my work to be spurious. I neglected to mention I have, in fact, already reanimated the dead. This is not conjecture on my part, but rather a reality that goes well beyond my great-great-grandpapa's wildest imaginations. You read that correctly. I have already brought the dead back to life. Consequences be damned. Kindest regards, Dr. Victor Frankenstein IV.
Takes a small box from jacket, pulls out wedding ring.
Between the letter and this family heirloom, I shall finally put an end to all the maid's shenanigans.
Maid enters with suitcase.
Shenanigans.
I was looking for you.
Ah, you managed to dress yourself.
And with no help from you.
You were looking for me.
To seek your permission.
Permission.
Will you or won't you allow me to leave these premises?
The game is over. I have lost interest. I no longer object to your leaving.
How gracious.
Go to the home of wayward women and take a wife if it should please you.
Wait, shall?
I am looking to my own friends.
By God, look to them indeed. Are you going somewhere?
I have found myself a husband.
In the middle of the night or the last hour? You bounce back like a rubber ball.
It's the bee's knees. It was love at first sight.
May I inquire as to the identity of this gentleman?
He's in the military.
Whose side?
He didn't say, but he's a rigger in the Navy.
A rigger. What's his name?
Mort S.
Rigger Mort S. What's the S stand for?
Stern,
Terrible name.
but well suited to his character.
How unfortunate.
He has an audible temper.
Even worse.
Without warning, he wreaks destruction upon all in his path.
That doesn't bode well for you.
Why?
You are a terrible maid. As wife, I can only imagine the grief you will suffer at his hand.
I hadn't thought of that.
It's nothing to me. I am only thinking of your better interest.
Forgive me. I didn't mean to keep you. Enjoy your new life with your new bride, whoever she may be.
Thank you.
Remember only our good times.
I shall remember them fondly.
And forgive this foolish girl.
Farewell, my dear.
Not farewell. I am so heavy-hearted and cannot bear to hear that word.
Auf Wiedersehen, then.
Hug me as if you would a cousin. Let us start this family.
They awkwardly hug.
And may I call you Victor?
Under the circumstances, why not?
Victor, remember me.
Oh, I doubt I could ever forget you.
If I may ask, but one last favor.
Go on.
My fiancé wishes to formally ask you for my hand in marriage. May I invite him in?
Oh, I would like that very much.
He is at the gate. With your permission.
I look forward to meeting him.
Maid curtsies and exits.
She takes me for a fool. I doubt this Mort Stern fellow even exists. Where would they have met? I suppose it's possible someone may have come by while I was working. Well, I guess I will find out soon enough. I suppose if she has met someone, I must allow for her anonymity.
Victor tears up letter and tosses it in wastebasket.
I remember when she was younger, we used to dance together to the radio. Proper dancing and done in an effort to improve motor function. I probably should have taught her some of the finer social graces of interactions with strangers. You don't bond with the first person you meet. Victor Frankenstein, I believe you are jealous. No, I mustn't become emotionally involved. I must maintain my objectivity. Such thoughts are unethical. Bawdy even. I have my reputation to consider.
Maid enters from upstage with Igor dressed as Frankenstein's monster.
This way, if you please.
Oh, come in, my good man, come in.
Dr. Frankenstein,
for a pounding, more like.
Yes, darling.
It is obvious this rogue's only intention is to brazenly fleece me out of my money.
He has an ultimatum for you.
Oh, he speaks solely through an interpreter? What is it?
Either marry him, pay him, or marry me yourself.
And if I refuse?
He will crush your fat skull with his bare hands and force me to marry him upon inheriting your estate. Victor, I'm fighting.
A.S.S.E.S, I cannot offer you this lady's hand in marriage, as it is I who must take her as my own.
Oh, my hand.
They hold hands and smile. Victor kisses maid on cheek.
My decision is made.
No, try to understand. Is it afterwards or is it afterwards?
A.S.S.E.S, you know the way out.
Igor exits.
Thank you for protecting me.
She kisses him.
The thought of losing you to that fellow was too much to bear.
Igor, come in now.
Igor enters with mask in hand, snickers, and runs away.
You conniving little weasel!
Don't be angry. This masquerade was to help you discover the true feelings hidden from yourself.
What do you have in that suitcase?
Maid opens suitcase to reveal a present. She hands the present to Victor.
I know it's early, but Merry Christmas.
Victor opens the box to find an apple.
My dear girl, thank you. I have something for you.
He hands her an engagement ring box.
Consider yourself no longer the maid. You shall be the bride of Frankenstein.
Handing it back.
Victor, I would take your name, but I haven't been given a first name of my own.
What would you like to be called?
Babette.
Victor puts on a stethoscope and places to his chest.
Coincidentally, that is the same sound beating inside my chest. Babette, Babette, Babette.
Maid places stethoscope to her chest.
Inside of mine strikes your name. Frankenstein, Frankenstein, Frankenstein.
Yeah. What does it mean?
I have a clue.
Places stethoscope on maid.
Listen to mine.
Babette, Babette, Babette.
She places his ear to her chest.
Frankenstein, Frankenstein, Frankenstein.
How can this be?
It's as if our hearts know.
Can I have to know from the mind?
When love is drummed upon the heart, the mind can only ask why.
My dearest Victor, will you teach me how to love?
Babette, we shall learn together. First, let's make this official.
Victor, on one knee, takes the ring from the box and pulls out a piece of paper.
Oh my.
Should you accept this ring, we shall wed Christmas morn, be it sunny or clouds should storm, whate'er the day shall bring. For nothing neath heaven's skies shall render us asunder. Neither cloud, rain, nor thunder would this love diminish by. For sheltered beneath a sycamore, in grove we'll pledge ourselves unto the grave, the dirt we delve to live as one forevermore.
Oh, it's that.
They kiss.
Igor, dear fellow.
Let me be the first to know.
Igor enters.
Igor, we are to be married. No, not you and I. Her and myself.
Bring us some wine.
Don't argue, just be quick about it.
Igor exits.
Victor, do you dream?
I once dreamed we laid down together, and my hand became entangled in your hair.
I don't dream. But if I did,
Go on.
I hope it would be of you.
Igor enters with wine. They toast.
To my bride.
No, to you, my sweet Victor.
They toss it back. Igor takes glasses and exits.
You are so lovely.
You make me feel alive.
Babette. Must be the wine. I just wanted to say, excuse me, such an odd aftertaste. I want to be more than a lover and a husband. I want, oh good heavens.
What's the matter?
Interior bedroom, December 25th, 1928. Early hours. The room is dimly lit. There is a canopy bed with curtains. Beside it is a grandfather clock. On the far side of the stage is a bookshelf filled with journals. Beside that stands a suit of armor. A large window looms with closed curtains in the back. We hear the sound of wind. Igor sleeps restlessly. He wakes up, wraps the blanket around himself, and goes over to close the window. As he draws back the curtain, we hear the sound of a shovel hitting his head. Igor falls to the ground. Babette, holding a shovel, standing in silhouette, steps from behind the curtain. We hear the crack of thunder in the distance.
Do you think I would have been enough in that shallow grave? Maggot!
She carries Victor's corpse to the bed.
My sweet Victor, everything is going to be fine, I promise. So cold to the touch, so uncommonly quiet in your demeanor, so rigid on what would have been our wedding night, but not in a good way.
Igor wakes up.
A horrible nightmare. How did I can speak again!
I was to be the bride of Frankenstein, to be so close to our dream, only to have it turned away in our final moment.
Am I dreaming or am I awake?
Do you dream in color?
Black and white, but I happen to be colorblind.
How's your head?
Ouch.
You're awake.
That black must have returned my power of speech.
I wanted to bury that shovel in your skull.
Speaking of buried, I buried your lifeless body.
Not deep enough, my friend. Not deep enough.
Right. Deep down, you are good people. So, how did you escape?
I punched my way through the coffin and stretched my arm from the dirt to find the shovel you discarded. I swear, I've not been for Victor.
Please!
What's the matter?
Well, seeing him like that, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Bringing him back.
What? No, impossible.
You work with each step of my reanimation procedure.
Walks to bookshelf.
Somewhere in these journals lies the blueprint of life after death.
Even if I wanted to, which I don't, it simply can't be done.
You've done it before, and Victor kept impeccable notes.
You don't understand. That's why the master kept you out of the laboratory.
You're right, I don't understand.
He didn't want you to know that he was trying again, but he's been unable to replicate the process, and every attempt after you has failed.
But it worked, and it improved.
It only worked that one time. That's why the master's pathology thesis couldn't be published.
We will succeed, or you will die.
If I succeed, at best, I will be his abject assistant again, and have worse, will be floating in a vat of formaldehyde for spare thoughts.
What is that?
It can't be.
Can be what?
It's a drunken caroler looking for a handout, and if whoever did something and send him away.
Why? Why me?
You're the help. It's supposed to be your job.
Babette exits.
If anyone sees a master's dead body, I'll be dragged to the gallows.
Roberta Cornish from offstage.
Inform the good doctor, his nemesis, Roberta E. Cornish, has arrived to make amends.
Holy smokes!
Igor runs around in panic.
The good doctor is unavailable.
There's a storm brewing. At least allow me to warm up.
He's sleeping.
Well, wake him up. Never mind, I'll tell him myself.
He raises the body to a sitting position with arms behind back. Igor spies the armor and takes the helmet, placing it on Victor's head. He hides behind bed, sticking his arms under Victor's. A drunken Roberta E. Cornish, dressed as Mrs. Claus, enters. Igor uses his arms to impersonate Victor.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Mrs. Claus!
Me? No, I'm in disguise. I believe there's 3 wise women. Melchior, I think, whichever one was from Arabia.
Babette enters and denounces the guest.
Professor,
sit and drinks.
Don't mind if I do.
Professor Cornish, why are you haunting my bed on so early Christmas morning?
We had our annual celebrations of the A.S.S.E.S, and I was speaking with General Schwarzkopf about your research. To my surprise, he seemed genuinely interested. So I came here to extend an olive branch. Mind if I sit?
Please leave.
First, I have a joke or riddle or something. It goes like this. What's the difference between a friend and a best friend?
No idea.
I bite.
A friend will help you to move, and a best friend will help you to move the body.
Got that right.
I'm going to help you move your body with research to the next level of development. See what I did there?
You mean a publication?
No publication, no better. I feel terrible about the letter I sent you. I want us to start off the new year as best pals. Wait, do you wear a helmet to bed?
I have pink eye. It is highly contagious.
Tigers make the worst patients. Here, let me take it.
Stop it.
You can't. I mean, it's giving off a terrible odor.
Something awful.
There is something, a horrible discharge of pus, constantly looking on you.
Positively vomiting.
I couldn't bear being the city like this.
I have to admit, it does smell a little. Very well. Young man, we need to discuss your future. Perhaps you can show me this thanatology research?
Now?
No time like the present.
I mean, why now?
Because I need you to present your findings to the VIPs of the Weimar Republic.
Your change of heart is extraordinary.
We are people of science. We have a duty to help each other.
Maid, would you be so kind as to bring over a journal?
Which one?
It's a year of your reanimation. March 1913.
Reanimation? Do you mean to suggest this young lady was brought back from the dead?
Reanimation? No, I said a recommendation. She was recommended for this position when she first came to Switzerland.
Where are you from, my dear?
Down, under.
Funny, I don't detect an accent.
You worked very hard to learn the language.
Well, good on you, mate.
She came here to work the same day as I, Victor Frankenstein IV, made my remarkable discovery.
Cornish looks through the journal.
Very interesting.
You think so?
Left hand to right leg? Yes. So if amps times false equals 1 inch, you were using 10 to the power of 10 watts. That's 10 billion watts. You are mad as a hatter.
She knows her onions.
Did you come here to insult me?
No. Where did you harness such energy?
Professor, thank you for coming over. I shall consider your offer.
First, a bottle of cognac. We must have a drink together. Where is that bottle?
We must save it. Babette, give the bottle to the professor to put under our tree.
What tree?
Yes, considering how I'm dressed, that would be fine. Where is your tree? I didn't see one.
It's down the hall, up the next flight of stairs, and on the right. You can't miss it.
All right, then.
Roberta stumbles out of the bedroom with bottle.
Help me move the body.
Why?
If she finds out the master is dead, it won't bode well for either of us.
I didn't do anything. It's you who will have to face the criminal justice system, and deservedly so.
I'll give you whatever you ask.
Help me, Victor.
I told you, it's impossible. Look, Victor aside, every scientific discovery finds a military application. That's why the master was reluctant to tell anyone of your existence.
What do you mean?
That's why the professor is here. Surely, she's trying to butter me up. I mean, Victor, look, rigor mortis is already starting to set in.
His eyes have started fogging over. What are you doing?
Moving him back before the professor gets back.
No!
It's too late for Victor, but not for us. Look, Victor told me this would happen.
What would happen?
If the government finds out about you, they will lock you in a military facility in order to create an army of the dead. Him lying here doesn't help
not.
So I don't have much time.
Time, that's it. Open the grandfather clock.
He opens the door.
What are you waiting for?
We only do this on the condition you at least try to bring Victor back to life. Otherwise, I'm writing a letter and turning you into the authorities.
How can you betray me?
If this works, Victor and I will marry and go to the jungles of South America to be far from any civilization. You will never see us again.
If this works, I'm going to marry the two of you myself.
Can you do that?
Before I came to work here as a master, I used to be part of the seminary at St. Hagen-Oz.
Babette puts helmet on Igor. Igor hops into bed. Roberta enters.
I couldn't find the Christmas tree anywhere.
I just remembered that we don't celebrate the holidays.
I wasn't sure. Frankenstein. Happy Hanukkah then?
Hands Babette fall.
Easy isn't religious.
Right. It's becoming more and more common these days among scientists.
Professor, what is your real reason for your visit?
I may as well conclude. It is no secret that the Association for Societal Standards in Ethics and Science has seen a sharp decline in membership. Young scientists would rather be unfettered by the regulations devoted to ethics, so we have switched direction in there.
It's unlikely you changed your tune. Why are you working for the military, are you not?
Contracted.
And you came here to spy on us.
Spy exactly, more of a recruitment mission.
You have some nerve.
The A.S.S.E.S need a win. I need a win. They, my new associates, feel that if there is any possibility that your research has some practical application, then we must take advantage of it.
Take advantage.
Even if your work is flawed, the field of thanatology is one of those modern fields of science, like atomic radiation, that will blossom in the second half of the century. With better military funding, we can be on its cutting edge. Your work might lead the way to a very lucrative government contract.
So, it's the money.
Understand, it's not like I came here to steal your ideas. I want us to pump your up.
If the government gets their hands on this research, it will never be published.
Your research is complete nonsense. It's junk science. You will never get a better offer. I've read your findings. Look here. First of all, your average level is far too high. An electrical charge like this through the heart would barbecue it. Furthermore, this doesn't even take into account brainwave activity. You would need a second grounding to activate the mind and heart each simultaneously.
Understand?
Explain what?
And what do I mean, Igor. I is short for Igor. He went over to check the pulse on the neck of the test subject at the same time as the switch was pulled. That must have greatly reduced the amperage.
What happened to old Igor?
He died.
Never be.
No biggie.
Science stands in the way of no one. No, broken eggs, omelets, and all that. I can't tell you the number of assistants I've lost over the years. So what do you say?
I, Dr. Victor Frankenstein IV, will never be part of a partnership that would have someone like you as a partner.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
Very well then. What time is it?
Looking at clock and her watch.
Your clock has stopped. Allow me to fix it for you.
No.
Roberta moves towards clock. Babette blocks her path.
No.
I like it that way.
You like it?
He means it's broken.
Well then, seems that the clock has it over your head, Doctor. At least it's correct twice in a 24-hour period.
Audacity!
Good night.
Oh, it hasn't been lighted. It's only an element.
I mean to say good evening.
Roberta takes bottle and exits.
Good riddance to you, Professor.
It's a very unhappy New Year.
Now what?
What kind of weather are we expecting?
Thunderstorms.
Hey, I'll get Victor to meet and not up while you prepare the laboratory.
Blackout. Scene 2. Interior laboratory. Igor, dressed in lab jacket, wearing black rubber gloves, and wearing light shielding goggles on his forehead, is frantically flipping switches on a console as he reads from a large book. In the back The storm has risen to fever pitch.
I'm pulling up the electro-frequency oscillator!
It's working!
Quick! Release the adrenaline anticoagulant hydroxy!
Releasing the adrenaline, anticoagulant, hydroxine!
Now to connect the coupling!
You connected the red to the black!
What? I can't hear you!
I said you connected
The teeterboard! Stop the teeterboard!
The vet starts the teeterboard in motion.
Now what?
Take off your gloves!
Right!
The vet takes off a glove, stands in puddle, and places fingers to the neck of Victor.
Now!
Igor throws the switch. There are sparks everywhere. Smoke billows onto the stage. The vet and Victor convulse wildly.
There!
Did it work?
I'm checking.
Igor goes to Victor and listens to his chest.
Well?
Nothing.
No.
She pushes Igor out of the way and slumps over body.
His heart just couldn't take the charge.
You switched the couplings of the capacitor! You gave it the wrong polarity, I warned you!
The vet walks towards him menacingly.
I didn't what? I didn't know I couldn't tell the difference from red and black. I'm colorblind. I'm sorry.
My sweet Victor, you are forever lost to me. Farewell, dears. I love you.
She kisses him. Victor's hand starts to move.
He's alive. He's alive! Wait a moment. I think it must have been.
How did my kiss bring him back to life?
It didn't. It was only a happy coincidence.
Igor rushes to open journal, flips pages.
Then what did it?
It's here in the footnotes. It says the T wave on the EKG represents repolarization of the ventricular myocardium. Victor has an inverted T wave. I remember him telling me. It's very rare. It's like 1 in 100 people.
Oh, Victor! Victor, can you hear me?
Help me take off those bandages.
They unwrap Victor.
Everything is going to be alright, my love. We'll get married and go to the jungles of South America for our honeymoon.
Victor, can you speak to us?
Do you know where you are?
Do you know what day it is?
It's Christmas Day!
Remember?
He's lost all his mental capacities.
His brilliant scientific mind is completely gone.
Maybe he was better off dead.
The vet pulls an apple from her lab coat.
Would you care for an apple?
Apple. Good.
Try to make me stand up.
He's doing it.
Victor, try to walk.
I've got an idea.
It's working!
Oh, Victor, dancing.
Put on the rings!
I'll bring Victor's hat, cape, and cane.
What's terrible? It's not here to perform for you.
The only performance is your wedding that I plan to officiate.
Blackout. Scene 3. Exterior. Sycamore Grove. Dawn.
Babette, do you take Victor to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and hold for richer rapport in sickness and health, sail for Buenos Aires in 2 hours.
Are you going to live here?
No, too many bad memories.
Oh, where will you go?
Haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll teach sign language for the mute and deaf.
You have the letter authorizing the sale of the mansion.
Once it's sold, I'll wire the money to you in Argentina.
I don't think we'll have much need for it. Why don't you keep it and start your own school?
I don't know.
What do you think by that?
School, good.
We have enough to take a transport from Brazil, and after that we will crash in a boat, and from there we will just disappear.
Jungle.
Igor, what will you do with the just research?
We don't want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Fire!
You can't take any chances.
Good luck.
Farewell.
Dr. Frankenstein, take care.
No doctor, just Frankenstein.
As you wish.
Love you.
I love you.
23 skidoo.
The end.
For a wonderful time, if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem dress, putting on the wrist, spangled gowns upon the bevy, of high brown from down the levee, all misfits, putting on the wrist.